North of 30 years after his time Top Gun, Commander Pete Nonconformist Mitchell is filling in as a U.S. Naval Force aircraft tester. As BAC Naval Commander Chester Sledge Kane weighs to deal with shut down the hypersonic Dark Star scramjet program and divert the assets to Ramble programs, Nonconformist flies the model to its speed level-headed, then, at that point, drives further into high hypersonic speed, annihilating it. Kane needs to ground Nonconformist for his carelessness, however rather sends him to Nass North Island as a TOPGUN educator compelled of dissidents, companion, and previous opponent. Chief of Naval Operations Tom Iceman Kazansky, the Commandant of the U.S. Pacific Armada. Dissident is requested to prepare a tip-top gathering of F-18E divided by F Super Hornet pilots collected by Bad Habit Naval Commander Lover Typhoon Simpson and BAC Naval Commander Solomon Warlock Bates for a critical mission to bomb an outside country's unsanctioned uranium improvement plant. The plant sits in a profound discouragement toward the finish of a gorge and is protected by surface-to-air rockets and 5th Age Su-57 warriors working from a close-by airbase. Freethinker designs an assault with 2 sets of Super Hornets, which will fly through a ravine and obliterate the plant. The pilots at first rebuke Dissident, especially Lieutenant Jake Executioner Saracen and Lieutenant Bradley Chicken Bradshaw, the child of Nonconformist's late closest companion and Rio Scratch Goose Bradshaw. As the pilots train for the mission, rubbing creates among Executioner and Chicken, who dislikes Executioner's unceremonious disposition towards his partners, while Executioner condemns Chicken's wariness. As the pilots notice Dissident, they rethink and blend around him. Dissident additionally reunites with previous sweetheart Penny Benjamin, to whom he uncovers that Chicken's currently dead mother made him vow to hold her child back from flying, and impeded Chicken's application to the Maritime Foundation, hindering his vocation. Dissident later meets with Iceman, who has throat malignant growth and essentially imparts by composing on a PC. Consoling Nonconformist about showing the group, he spends away days after the fact, and Freethinker alongside the pilots go to his memorial service where a missing man development is noticed. With Iceman dead, Typhoon eliminates Dissident as mission coach and sets new boundaries that are safer on approach, however more hazardous on exit. Nonetheless, Freethinker makes an unapproved trip of the mimicked course with the first boundaries, demonstrating that it very well may be finished. Twister is persuaded and hesitantly designates Dissident as Strike Pioneer. Freethinker picks the mission group and coordinates himself with Phoenix and her WSO Bounce, while Chicken is matched with Recompense and his WSO Fanboy. Executioner and the excess pilots are placed on reserve. The group dispatches from the plane-carrying warship US Theodore Roosevelt while the directed rocket cruiser US Late Bay flames Hatchet Voyage rockets to annihilate the air base close to the plant. The group arrives at the plant and obliterates it, yet is gone after by surface-to-air rockets and a couple of watching Su-57 criminals. At the point when Chicken runs out of countermeasures, Nonconformist forfeits his fly to safeguard him and launches. Trusting Freethinker to be killed in real life, the leftover airplane returned to the transporter. Against orders, Chicken turns around and saves Dissident from a Mi-24 helicopter gunship, however is fired somewhere near another surface-to-air rocket and launches close by. The two rejoin and head towards the obliterated airbase, where they take a F-14 Tomcat and make a beeline for the transporter. Nonconformist and Chicken destroy 2 blocking Su-57 seconds, however a third shows up as they run out of ammo and countermeasures. Executioner shows up from backup to destroy the Su-57, and the planes return to route for the transporter, where Nonconformist and Chicken accommodate. Nonconformist picks the mission group and coordinates himself with Phoenix and her WSO Weave, while Chicken is matched with Recompense and his WSO. Sometime after the mission, Nonconformist and Chicken work together on a P-51 Bronco at a shed close to the test office where Freethinker was recently positioned. Penny shows up with her girl Amelia, and Freethinker has a good time with her in the P-51. Chicken strolls to a photograph board and recognizes a photograph of their main goal's prosperity, close by a photograph of his late dad and a more youthful Freethinker. Thanks to watching the video, and don't forget to like, share, and subscribe this channel. You're watching Movie Reloaded.